Hi everyone, welcome back. I am here to continue with the video reading of the Yemaya Assessu reading that I had posted last night. My iPad was giving me the crazies, and I guess we are in Mercury retrograde, so I'm not surprised. I'm going to just laugh about that, and we're going to continue on. I felt the message was a strong message for someone that needed to hear that. The beginning part of the reading was talking about just having some fun. We're going to recap. For those that didn't catch the first part, you can catch the link. I'll put part 1 and part 2 on the links. The message from Yemaya, or Yemaya, however you want to pronounce her name, everybody does it differently, was to have some fun, to just laugh. And then the spirit of the child came up, going right along with that energy of having some sort of a fun adventure. And the loner, fierce, and instincts is using the instincts of that child's nature, right? The instincts of the child's nature to maybe even go off on your own and have your own fun adventure by yourself. You know, that kind of energy could be coming in with that as well. And then for the first part of the reading, which is the white flower and Yemaya's message to us about spirituality, the card that came out was the Divine Sensuality Making Love Erotica, which is stability with the root chakra color of the red in regards to your sexuality. So this is talking about, you know, sacred sexuality. This is not talking about, you know, coming from a lustful place or just engaging in surface level sexual connections and contact. And then we pulled this card because I was using both of the mermaid decks that I have. And then the soulmate relationship came out. New romance with the spiritual basis is here for you now. Just kind of reiterating the message that came from this card and accentuating it and letting you know that, you know, maybe as of late you've passed on, you know, a surface level connection of some sort, and that has kind of spiraled you in or ascended you into a new level of connection in, you know, coming up for you in the future, whether it be with that person or someone new, that you are on another level, you're on another energetic vibration where you'll be connecting to someone that is more in alignment with your spiritual path, with your, you know, your ideas of how you want to connect with someone physically, and it's in a more sacred and honorable way, right? And that led into right at the end there where the video cut off, that I was talking about the this coming in, you know, because I kind of left it down on the table and because it caught my eye in the undercurrent in the beginning, and it was leader, recognition, and respect. So there is, you know, this is a masculine energy coming up here to me. And then the crown chakra is again talking about that ascension. It's talking about the higher realms and downloads into that. And it's talking about that masculine energy, you know, recognizing that vibration within you and respecting that. So again, you know, in whatever physical form that comes to you, there's going to be more of a recognition of your soul vibration and where you are at in your life with that energy, and it will be met with that respect and honor because you yourself have moved into that vibration. So that is a beautiful message from her to everyone, and I felt it was important. I didn't want to start from the very beginning. I generally don't have that happen where I can't just, you know, continue on. I don't know how to splice videos, so if anybody knows how to do that, I do not. So I just have to kind of do link 1 and link 2 because I felt it was a very important message. Also, the message in the beginning was to kind of lighten your energy up, expect surprises, expect synchronicities, coincidences, that kind of magical energy. Get into more of that mode because she was talking, I feel, and I think yesterday we were talking about, because this happened to me last night, I was doing this reading, and I'm, you know, this is the next day now. So the message that came through, I'm pretty sure, was of, you know, not knowing or not having everything like known to you as well. So there's a bit of that unknown element of surprise and not kind of looking to figure out how things are going to unfold and what's going to happen in the future, right? So it's to kind of let go into more of the magic, more of the synchronistic energy, but to know that you've kind of leveled up in the recent past, perhaps, or something that has happened in your energy field where you are now intertwined with a more, you know, respectful kind of energy coming from masculine energy, which, you know, we're balancing that within self as well. This isn't about, you know, always the outer, but it's from within, and then it's reflected to you you know, your 3D is a projection, reflection of what's going on within you. So you have come to that point of, you know, that honor and balance within yourself. And that's going to bring that recognition from, you know, the 3D projected back to you in a form of another person with that same vibrational level. So the next part of this reading is the white flower. Okay, that was the communication. Her special message was this, all of this in the beginning. The second one is the white flower, spirituality. The first one was the blue flower. So we're on the white flower because she likes those colors. Are blue and white are her colors, and those are the color flowers you can use for you know, your altar if you're connecting to her, or if you want to give an offering to her. The blue and white flowers, she loves those. So that's how I created this spread, and that's, you know, the placement. So the white flower is our spirituality. This card is a message to us about our spirituality, and I'm going to, you know, continue with the same decks, and we're going to see. So Yemaya's message to us about our spirituality at this time. It's kind of funny because I saw the right here where I cut, I saw the, I'm going to pull one, but it says honor the masculine, respecting men, embracing the masculine divine, psychic images, clairvoyant seeing, out of body travel. So there is some sort of psychic connection here to the masculine energy. And again, I feel it's that sending out that vibration of your inner, you know, like that inner, you know, your energy vibration is, you know, telepathically, psychically, you know, emitting, right, that energy, and to connect to that masculine energy. So the spirituality, this card is a message to us about our spirituality, and we're going to see what the card comes out. And we have time and tide, oceanic spells and rituals. So I was just talking, it's interesting, I was just talking about a ritual, and I feel here in regards to your spirituality, you know, if you're interested in connecting to her, like I was talking about offerings, you can take, you know, white and blue flowers, or you can, you know, connect, you know, you can actually go to the ocean if you're near, or the lake, or a body of water, and do some sort of spell or ritual there with the water elements and this, you know, the earth, the sand energy, if it's possible. But really connecting to her. I feel this is talking about connecting to her. 18 is the moon card in the tarot. The moon card in the tarot, so it's talking to, again, about your psychic abilities and utilizing that in a way of working with her and her energy. So I'm assuming those that are resonating with this reading do resonate with Yemaya, but if you have your own goddess or your own you know, deity or saint, or anyone that you're working with ritual, right? You could do candle ritual, you could work with the earth elements, however you connect to further your spiritual practice with ritual. Not necessarily spells, but like ritual energy, right? And then the numbers are being broken down. One is magician energy in the tarot, and 8 is the strength card. So I feel a strong sense of manifestation ability coming up here too with your spiritual path. So I'm going to pull another one for spirituality. But she's talking about connecting to whoever you resonate with or work with, and with, you know, some sort of ritual is important. It could be right at a full moon time too. So maybe, well, I think we're having an eclipse, so maybe that is something too that's coming through here. Working at that moon phase or the eclipse time, or the next full moon, with some sort of ritual to, you know, especially if you're working, we were talking about soulmate relationships, if you're working with love, to pull that to you, if you want to, if you resonate with that energy, or to manifest that, because it could possibly be a strong time to pull that, you know, pull that towards you. Clear out, you know, time and tide is to kind of clear out things that aren't working, pull into you what it is that you want. So I feel like she's pointing to like the next full moon, or maybe the eclipse. You want to eclipse out what doesn't resonate, which would be the lower vibrational you know, physical connections and connecting to people on a surface level, that it doesn't have a depth of meaning. And then you want to pull into you that, you know, that soul resonant, like what you authentically resonate at a soul level, and standing in that vibration, and then allowing that to be drawn to you, right? Or allowing that energy vibration to connect to those people that resonate on that level. So this is still a message of our spirituality, what she wants us to know, and it's mother healing. As your feelings towards your mother heals, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. So that divine feminine energy coming up here, you know, I feel like working with her, you know, she is the divine, you know, she's my divine mother spiritually. So working with that mother, the archetype of the Empress, to help bring that healing in. And again, the sacral chakra is pointed to here because the mother energy, the Empress energy, is the womb. You know, she works through the womb chakra to bring new life into the 3D physical reality. So really clearing out that sacral chakra in a more healthy way is repeatedly coming up here. Working with her to help bring in it in its most healed form, to bring to you what it is that you resonate with on a soul and authentic level. And, you know, if there's anything with your own mother that you need to like work with or to heal, you know, it's kind of looking at that too. But I feel like she's talking about the Empress archetype and the sacral chakra here still. The water, the emotions. This is the emotions message from her about your love life. So we're going to dive deeper into the love life. But we were talking about that energy here, love life energy. Yemaya's love life message. We have water flight. Heaviness lifts, burdens are cast away, weightlessness. 14. 14 is the temperance card, so there is a lot of balance, tempering the energies, bringing balance and restoring energies into that area of your life. But it's talking about releasing burdens, letting heaviness fall away. And that's kind of going with the opening energy too of the opening of, you know, having more fun. The weightlessness is a carefree type of energy. So this could be an area where you want to be more carefree, you want to be lighter, you want to have more fun in this area, not the heaviness of, not the seriousness and heaviness of the energies there. So we're going to pull another one, and I'm going to do a one from here too or so for the love life for her. Focusing on love life. And we have self-forgiveness. Let go of old guilt and remember you're God's perfect child. So if you have any energies of guilt or regret or shame in regards to your love life, or, you know, tying it back into what we were talking about here, connecting to people on you know, on a lower, lustful, less than authentic, let's put it that way, less than authentic to your soul's path or journey way, and you have guilt about that, let it go. She's talking about releasing that. And I feel like this full moon or this eclipse season, I feel like she's definitely pointing to that. There's going to be a release of that, and that heaviness and those blocks. You're gonna move through those blockades, because I'm seeing the wells as blockages here, and she's kind of like rising above the heaviness, the density of that in regards to it. So it's the heaviness is the guilt, is the shame of, you know, things in the past that, you know, if that resonates for you. So I'm not saying everyone has been in that energy, but if that's something that resonates with you, letting go of that, and that is going to help lighten the energy. So we're going to get some messages from this deck for love life, and then we're going to move to the next one, focusing on what she wants to bring up for love life, messages to you for your love life for this time period. I feel like this is definitely really pointing to this next full moon, which I'm going to Google here in a second. I think it's coming up. I know there's an eclipse, but I don't know. I'm thinking it's on the 8th. Fearless love, a courageous leap into the unknown. And again, that is the message in the beginning. Undercurrent there is dreams come true. Have faith, your rainbow will come smiling through. So rainbows come out after the storm, right? And you know, that denser energy. So, oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to look up the full moon. I knew I had something in the back of my head there. So the Fool, the fearless love, right? The courageous leap into the unknown talks about that lighthearted energy, that fun, you know, the fearless. It brings up the energy of the Fool card for me in tarot. And Fool is 0. It's a reset button. It's talking about releasing the things of the past, releasing the lower, denser vibrational energy where you may have been connecting to someone in that way. Letting that go, releasing those energies. Again, not necessarily the person. It could be the person, but you know, how you were dealing with each other in the past, or how you dealt with other people in relationships in the past. That's going to be, I feel, eclipsed out. And I just want to see, and it's I feel like with the opening messages, she was preparing us for the shift in energy. You're going to feel like after that eclipse that's coming up, you know, you may be feeling the build up to it, you know, the anticipation, or you may be feeling, you know, nervousness or some sort of energy building up to it. And I feel like it's going to kind of like release, and you're going to feel the energy shift into lighter energy around you with that, and those connections and romantical connections. So let's see. I'm just going to do a quick. So it is on the 8th. And just want to see. Yeah, it's April. Okay, April 8th is the new moon, and that's where the solar eclipse is. And then I didn't think the full moon was the 8th. That's why I Googled full moon. So let me just see here. April's full moon is the pink moon. So it can be from the... I'm not well versed with astrology and all these things that are going on. Full moon will be April 24th. So somewhere between the 8th and the 23rd, rather, this shift is going to come upon you. So just keep that in mind, that the shift will occur on the new moon at but you may feel the effects, or something may occur between that and the 23rd energetically. You know, I'm not saying with another person or anything like that, but internally is the words. Internally, you may feel that shift. So you, like, things that have kept you worried or anxious or energetically connected to someone, you may feel that disconnect. You may feel that release, and you're going to feel a lot lighter. You're going to feel a lot happier. You're going to have a more care-hearted energy in regards to your internal self, and in connection to romantic or partnership energy. So this was a pretty important reading, just like I was assuming it was when I started it. Okay, so those are the dates. New moon is the 8th, and it's a solar eclipse. And then the full moon is the 23rd. And because we had the 18 back here, I'm getting that full moon. And then this being the... Actually, since the solar eclipse is on the 8th, something may occur internally with you on the 14th exactly. It's like you're released from something. Those burdens are cast away. It could be in that heaviness of the old internal, I want to say systems, or in energy that's in place within you, and how you've operated in the past to put yourself in energies where you have felt guilt or shame, or, you know, it's all connected to lower vibrational energies. And so I feel like for some, right on the 14th, because we had the 14 right here too. So we have 14, and I feel like that's an important thing. You may get a surprise. You may feel that lighthearted energy shift right on the 14th. Pretty interesting, because that just peeked out at me. 14th specifically. So it'll be an internal thing. I don't know that you'll see anything from the outside world. It could be for some, but for you, it's like there's some sort of internal shift that you're going to definitely feel energetically. So the seashells creation. Let's move on. The seashells creation message to you, for you all, from her, about what you're creating in your life. What are you creating in your life? And we have dreams, vivid dreaming, dream messages, dream teaching. And it's interesting, dreams come true. So what you're creating in your life is your dreams, perhaps, for, because this was falling in the love life. A fearless love, one where you don't feel like you have to hold back or accept less than what you deserve. One where you can both be, the jellyfish are transparent. So a dream where you can perhaps be transparent in with your needs and what it is that you, you know, are resonating at with your own authenticity in regards to connection. I'm just connecting it to that because the dream and then the dreams come true here. It felt like it was an important message, and they're kind of tying together. But this could be any dream you have, any, you know, if you want to manifest something, a new job, anything like that, you are creating that dream you have for yourself. So it's going back to that strong manifestation ability that we're going to bring up. But I feel like a dream of being transparent, transparency for yourself and connections and what you're resonating at with an authentic energy. And then rest. You've been working hard, take a nap and get some rest. So what you are creating in your life is, I feel a sense of, oh gosh, this came up in a recent reading and I couldn't figure out what the word was, and it's doing it to me again. Relief. There it goes. It was like, and not just so much rest. Yes, rest, because that's what will happen. Like when you don't weigh as much, right? You feel more, you know, relaxed. You feel more refreshed, right? But that heaviness is bringing a sense of relief. So it's like a weight is lifted and relief has come upon you, and you're creating those dreams that are going to bring relief to your energy, right? Your soul is going to feel relief because maybe you've been, you know, I'm getting like this rubbing against what your soul truly wants and what you truly resonate within yourself. Maybe you've been, you know, kind of working against your soul's true path, and it's kind of like an irritant. And I feel like there's going to be finally you being transparent with the dream of your heart, the dream of your own soul, the dream of your own path, and it's going to bring sweet relief, right? It's going to bring that energy of, you know, like when we get a good night's sleep, we feel very restored, but there's a sense of relief. Number 5, the shifting sand. The sand shifts and moves, and with this card, she wants you to be aware of what's moving around you slightly over time that you may not be noticing. And it is concomancy, seashell divination, wisdom of the shells. So ancient wisdom, you're becoming, you know, the wisdom of the shells, you know, there's a, you know, it takes a long time to form a seashell, right? So there's ancient energy here. There's like long-standing wisdom is shifting around you, and you're becoming more, you know, that wisdom's always there, always within you, but you're becoming more awake and aware, more conscious of it. More light is coming in. That crown chakra energy is coming back into my mind here. So, and she's even wearing the seashells as the crown here. So that crown chakra wisdom is coming in, and that is what's shifting around you over time within your own energetic field and your own spiritual path and your own ascension process. So that awakening is occurring to that ancient wisdom. Your ancient soul wisdom is, you know, coming more into your conscious awareness. You're being more aware of, I want to say, the needs of your soul. I don't know. There's like a real connection to authenticity, to soul self, the soul's journey. And it's like, it's time now to kind of release you from, you know, going down the wrong path, doing things that don't really resonate with that innate inner guidance system, if you will. And that can create friction. And like, so if you're in connections, or you're in a, like, say if you're in a job, I don't want to liken this to relationship completely, but there is a lot of that here. But let's say a job that doesn't resonate, and you're like, no, you know, I'm not fulfilled here. You know deep within, it's that irritant. It's going against your soul, and you can feel it. It doesn't feel right. You know, you get an icky tummy when it comes time to go to work, and you just feel like, not this again. You feel drained. You feel like, and that can happen with people too. It's like you like them, you enjoy it, you know, your ego may be getting attention with it, and you're just like, but you still know the undercurrent energy isn't right. It's not sitting right with you. It's because your soul is like, no, this is not the path. This is not the, you know, this, we're not following our own authenticity. That's why it doesn't feel good, you know, and you keep feeling more separate and separate and separate from, it's showing up as a separation, because it's reflecting you're separate from your soul's path. So there's a definite alignment here. And what's shifting again is that innate ancient wisdom within you is coming more to your conscious awareness of what's going on, why this doesn't feel right, why that job doesn't feel right, why this interaction with this person is not sitting well with my stomach, why it's not allowing me to, you know, why I feel, you know, guilt or shame around this. Like, you know, there's an undercurrent of energy that's just not sitting right. And so you're becoming more aware. What's shifting is your conscious awareness of why, you know, it's showing the contrast, if you will. And if it hasn't, we are explaining it here. So you may be getting like, aha moment, like, oh, that's why that person I interact with, you know, for 3 hours, you know, once a week or whatever, doesn't feel right. Or every time I go to this job, because your soul knows that that's not where you're meant to be. You're meant to be doing something else. So that's one of the things, is that ancient wisdom of your soul within that's guiding you. And every time you are going against that, it feels icky. It doesn't sit right with you. You know, it can drain you, and it can make you feel bad, and it can make you feel nauseous or anxious or frustrated or angry even, you know, all these emotions and energies. What is shifting around you? What she wants you to be aware of that's shifting over time that you may not be aware of. Oh, there we go. And it is ready, set, go. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. So I get what is shifting over time. And it's talking about ready, set, go. It's talking about time. Perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. It's more of what I've been talking about. Your heart's desire is your soul's authentic self. So it's what's shifting is awakening to, it's time to move in that direction. It's time to realize why this feels bad. It's time to do something about this now. You know, even if it's to disconnect or to find another job, or, I mean, these can be hard steps and it's not easy to do. But it's time to make those, it's time now. You're awakening to that realization that this can no longer be tolerated energetically, and the shift. And I don't know that, and the way this is coming to me, the way that it opened, I feel like, and because of the eclipse and everything and all the energies that are coming up from this, I feel like, I'm not going to say it's going to happen without you doing any action steps, but I don't think it's something that you can like sit around and say, okay, on the 14th, I'm going to quit my job. I don't think it's going to come quite like that. I think it's going to come over time after the eclipse, that the energy just shifts. You are guided by inspired action, so it'll just kind of unfold. The path will unfold naturally, and you'll move more in that direction. So it's like you're not aware, you haven't been aware maybe up to this point. What's been shifting is that it's been leading up to this. This is what's been leading up to it. So if you find that you're more irritated with people or situations that don't resonate, or jobs or places that don't resonate, this could even be a community you're in and you want to move or something. If it's becoming more intolerable for you to be, you may be feeling the crown chakra, the lion is coming back. You may be feeling disrespected in those situations with those people. You may be feeling disrespected, or like a sudden realization that you're disrespecting yourself by continuing, right? Or allowing that to happen. And it may not even be that person's changed their behavior. They were acting like they always did. But when it started, you were at a different resonance, right? And so now you're resonating at a higher, different level. Not a judgment. It's just that you've moved in your energy, like we talked about back here, right? And it's talking about that this shift, that there already a shift has begun, and you've started to realize it. And so now what is shifting is it is time. This changes upon you. I don't want to say like it or not, because I think you're going to absolutely like it, because of the contrast is coming up here. So that it's time. This move is upon you. Your heart is leading the way, and nothing less will do, is what I'm hearing. Nothing less will do. You're not going to accept or tolerate anything less than that heart's desire, and where your soul is authentically resonating and vibrating at. So what you haven't been noticing is that this big shift has been coming. This big change has been coming for you. The high tide finances, material gain. This is her gift to you. Sometimes it's not always a physical gift. Sometimes it's an energetic one. But let's see what her gift to us is. The high tide, her gift to us. And it's kind of funny. Just laugh, right? It's respecting men, embracing the masculine. I was going to say design, because it said divine, and I wanted to say design. And it's interesting. He has tattoos on his arm. So some sort of masculine design is also coming up there. So I feel like it's going back to the beginning, where that soulmate, right? I'm not going to pull it out, but we see soulmate relationship. Her gift to you is in the form of that masculine, that it says respecting men. And I feel it's like respectful men. But, and not only that, when you're connecting to somebody that you feel disrespected from, you're not really, no one's respecting anyone in that connection, or in the way that you're interacting with each other. So what is coming is a connection, a soulmate relationship that's resonating at that different level. It's resonating with the path of the true soul, the authenticity of the self. So you're going to attract that in, either from whomever it was, or, you know, their energy shifts and matches yours. Or you release that connection and another one comes in, and it's more of that level. And again, this isn't a judgment call. This is just what's happening for those that are guided to this reading and those that are resonating with the message. So that masculine energy is going to appear at some point in the future. When? I cannot tell you. This has a 10 on it. It could be 10 days, weeks, months, October. I don't want to say 10 years, but just know, vibing at your own energy is going to bring that like-minded energy to you. So let's see what else. So her material gain, her gift to you is that masculine energy. And that was the one that wanted to fall out. And it's positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people, situations, and avoid negativity. And again, it goes along with that, weightlessness, the heavy burdens cast away would be the negativity, and where you're connecting in those lower realms. This is a lower energy vibration, the negativity. So it's going to be a more positive, high vibe, masculine energy. And again, remember, those energies are within ourselves. We have balanced that within ourselves for it to appear from within, so without. So you had to have been in a distorted, your inner masculine was a bit distorted within yourself. And I feel like you've balanced that, your masculine and feminine within. And so it will be reflected back to you from the outside world at some point. When, we don't know, but time is fluid. I'm getting like a chuckle. Have fun, let it surprise you. Let it unfold as a surprise. And just go with that flow, right? And it could be, you know, there's a lot of positive people. So I feel like not just one specific person. And I'm not to say that you're going to be dealing with different masculines and dating around. That goes back into that lower vibrational energy. No, this is talking about people in general. You're going to be making new connections with, you know, maybe males as friends, or, you know, female friends if you're a female, that you resonate with more positivity. In general, overall, you're going to be pulling in more positive vibrational people into your life. And again, this is not a judgment call to other people. It's just not where you're not where they're at energetically. Your energy has shifted. This is an ascension process here. So low tide, something you can offer to be closer to her. So let's see what something you can offer to be closer to her. What can those offer to be closer to you? Song of the Siren. I love that. And it was kind of funny last night when the video stopped and I had some time to reflect and to think about the reading thus far, and realizing the importance of the energy and that I needed to continue. I was thinking about putting a link to the song Assessu. So it's a beautiful song, and I would be playing it, but I'm afraid of a copyright strike. So what I will do is I will find a version of it and I will link it below. So I feel like, you know, it's Call of the Siren, the call, the summoning voice to acknowledge. So, you know, connecting to her through song, through music, first and foremost, maybe listening to that song, singing that song, anything to do with music, the throat chakra, talking to her, calling out to her. The Song of the Siren, right, is that energy that song is coming through. And it was funny because I had that in my mind last night to put a link, and so that is a nice reminder to me to put that link below. So you can find that is the Assessu, the river meets the ocean energy. So let's see what else she wants to say would help bring you closer. So, you know, you don't have to go around talking to her out loud. You could talk to her, you know, internally. You could write a petition if you're doing a ritual. I used to do candle rituals to her. I haven't done them. I've been thinking about doing them again and offering them on my Etsy shop, but I haven't done that yet. You may do a petition, do it through writing. This is like a Archangel Gabriel throat chakra, anything that has to do with communication, sound vibration, you know, singing bowl, anything like that. She's talking about that energy to connect with her more. Something you can offer to be closer with her. And we have self-employment. You're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. Sort of what I was just talking about. So if, like, for me, perhaps getting back to my candle ritual with her, and it was always something very special to me on my spiritual path, and life took over and I just have gotten away from it, and it's always there to think about doing it again. And even offering it to other people is a form of healing, you know, and helping their energy. But definitely, she wants you to be, you know, this is part of Yemaya. She's helping us be stronger, more independent, you know, women, people, you know, resonating with this reading. Doesn't have to be feminine energy, but being stronger, being more independent, being more sovereign. So being more in that energy, first and foremost. But if you're self-employed, you know, working on your business, creating a a path of self-employment for yourself. But it's a Nine of Pentacles in general. So to me, it's talking about, you know, being strong within yourself, being confident within yourself. And again, if you're guided or you have that inspired action to create a business, of course, following that path, she is with you. She's encouraging you. She will help you create that. And, you know, since I've connected with her, my life has changed. You know, I've created, like, afterward, I created my Beach Angel Tarot, you know, my channel, my Etsy shop. I moved to Florida. I mean, big changes have happened in my life, you know, very notable. Real changes have happened in my life since connecting to her and her guiding me. And I definitely am getting back into that path because, like I said, for a while there, life had taken over. And that all had kind of taken back burner, but definitely her presence has made a big change, a positive change in my life. So Assessu, the river meets the ocean, the connection. This is the outcome of our reading. And so it's like a final guidance, and closing message that she has for us at this time. So if you have a question, you may want to put like, if you have a question, you may want to ask it internally to yourself and see how she answers it for you. If you want to do that as extra guidance for you at this time, or just a general message, closing message. I feel it's this one, and it's a wave of power, a surge of power, upswing in energy, accelerating movement. And I love to see that. Interesting, because this 42, there's a 42 back here, and this is, I love it. Absolutely love it, because the 14 and 14 went together earlier in the messages, and I feel like that's an important day. But there's an upswing in the 42, right, which is have fun. So she's saying there's going to be accelerating movement in the area of you having fun and adventure in your life. And again, I don't think it's something you can sit down and pre-plan. It's just going to start unfolding. You're going to start seeing that happening in your life. But what is the other message coming up here? So 42 and 42. And it's like, brace yourself, because I don't want to say shitstorm, but I kind of get it. Not, a shitstorm sounds bad or negative, but it's like a fun shitstorm. It's like finally a shitstorm that you can kind of revel in. You know what I mean? Like, you're really going to love this little shitstorm that she's brewing up for you. So I like saying that. What is the last message? Oh my gosh, you can't. You can't. And then the undercurrent here, it's like playtime. You know, this is a reoccurring message from we're ending where we began. The dolphins know the importance of playing, as joy creates miracles and manifestation. So a lot lighter energy, a lot more fun. And the final message is it's time to let go of the old and worn out so the new can come in. And what is old and worn out is the lower vibrational things that you've been going against your authentic self and soul's journey, and your soul self and what your soul wants for you. And so every time you do that, you're in those lower vibrational energies, and that old time, that old you is no longer. So you're moving on from that old self that would put yourself in those situations, tolerated them, continued on with them, and etc. But you're being moved out of that. And it's going to be accelerating. There's going to be a wave of power that kind of, if you don't willingly go, you're going to be pushed out of it, but in a good way, in a fun way. You're not going to be feeling, negative effects of that. It's just, like I said, I feel it like it's just unfolding. It's not something that you actively have to go, okay, today I have to quit my job or something. It's just going to all unfold for you naturally and in a fun way. So don't be doing anything drastic like that that's going to bring pain or agony to your life, because that's not the path either. So it's going to just unfold in a naturally fun, beautiful way. And playing as joy creates miracles. So getting in that energy is going to allow more miracles and your manifestations to come to you. So I'm going to pull some rainbow rain, because this is something that I had fun creating too, and I need to get back to that, creating decks. I love to create decks, so I need to get back into that as well. So I've gotten some ideas of my own here from this reading to reconnect to perhaps candle rituals and healing, and getting back to creating decks. So let's see, what messages does she have? Oh, it's like seeing truths. Undercurrent there was secret. We have admiration. So there's perhaps secret admirer, finding out a truth from a secret admirer. Undercurrent there is road trip. I'm going to pull again and try to get 4 more. We have surprise gift, and we did see that in the beginning with the just laugh. We had that surprise jack in the box, and we have temptation. So that is that lower vibrational devil energy that we're letting go of. And I'm going to pull here indulgence, and the opposites attract. So very nice energy on top. When they told me to look at the top, and it is truth spoken. So again, it's that seeing truths. So hopefully everyone has enjoyed this reading. If you'd like your own personal private Yemaya Assessu reading, click the link below. I will put it in this one as well. I'm going to put part 1 and part 2 so that it was a 2-part reading, and you can continue on with this one. And if you have any ideas for readings that you'd like to see, let me know. Angel blessings to everyone, oceans of love.